My name's Parker King, and I'm living in poverty. I think a big one is the big thing I think that started me down this path is I was raised by a single mom. This is her and me. It's the only picture I have left of her after I lost everything, but it was really hard for her to raise me by herself. A worker at a homeless shelter was talking to me, and he said that single mothers are 5 times more likely to live in poverty, and it's just like, that is me. Like, that's exactly what happened to me. He was also talking about how for single mothers the poverty rate is 31%. That's just insane. It's crazy. And college just wasn't an option. I mean, it's insanely priced. Even from the time my mom, when she tried to get a college degree but couldn't because it was so expensive, and since then the cost of education has risen by 500% in the United States. And like, when you're a low-income student, you're 4 times less likely to get a bachelor's degree. And and so that's what happened to me. I did not get any college education, and then without that college education, it's just a lot harder to get a job. And it's crazy because other countries like Germany, they have free education, free college education. I wish I could be there and I could get an education there, because if I could get an education in Germany where it's free, I could get a job and I could actually support myself. I went straight into the workforce, worked a few odd jobs, but not a whole lot of places want to hire someone who looks like me, someone who doesn't have nice clothes. For a while, on the weekends, I'll go out on the street and perform, trying to get some tips for money from people who are generous, and anything I can get, really.
I belong, thank you, West Virginia. Mama, take me home.
When times are rough and you can't get money on the streets and nobody will hire you, the only way to survive for me has been to steal sometimes. Like, I mean, I'm so ashamed of it, but it's what I had to do to survive. I had to commit some things I'm not proud of. But what's just so crazy is that below the poverty threshold, people are 2 times more likely to get caught up in some sort of a crime. I got caught up in a couple of gangs. I got initiated in, and this is on me forever, even though I'm not a part of them anymore, and that's gonna haunt me. They treated me well. They helped me make a living for a while, and it gave me a sense of a community. It gave people who were with me and for me, and it was a pride thing. It was like, yeah, I'm a part of them.
I am an immigrant from Laos, and I also experienced poverty, extreme poverty, when we escaped from the communistic control, and when we moved from there to America. We didn't have capitalism. We struggled a lot. Whatever money we had wasn't our own. There was a lot of just dictatorship, and we struggled with just trying to survive in a place where nothing we had was ours. Economic freedom was a lack. When we escaped from Laos to America, we thought we would find a life without poverty, but like many other immigrants, what we found is that it had followed us, and it's tough to provide for all of my kids. There's a lot to provide for, and it's a real struggle trying to let all of us find a way for all of us to survive together. And it was really hard to find a job. I looked around, and I applied to a few, and what really concerned me was I was qualified to get those jobs, but I was unable to get them. And then I had found that people who were unqualified, who weren't immigrants, and were able to apply for them and got the job, which was very confusing at first, but then I began to understand that there was some racial immigrant, there was just some stereotyping, but I stayed stayed strong for all of my kids and got a job. I I helped at a factory to make seatbelts, and I was able to provide, slowly but surely, the money came in and we were able to buy food. At first we had food stamps, and then we sat in line with all the people with food stamps, and at some point I just realized I could do better than this, and I rose from that and got my job as a seatbelt maker. The government helped us find an affordable house that we could all fit in and live in, and once I got the job, I was able to provide the money to pay for my kids' educations, and that was the start of how we rose and got out of the cycle of poverty.
Get out of the car! Get out of the car right now! Get out of the car! Get out of the car! Get out of here!
Okay, hold on. It was a bad angle. Okay, go ahead.
Sarah, you gotta come.
Jed, you're in the scene.
Oh shoot!
So, if you guys want to follow me, we get warm, we can go back into my house. So, back here in the woods. So yeah, come back, follow me. Open the door so you can get in. So right here's my bed, and then the living room and / kitchen's over here. And then I know what you're wondering, bathroom-wise. So we actually have 2 bathrooms because it's a nice place. I'll pick up the door later, don't worry. So for bathroom 1 is this tree, and bathroom number 2, in case like somebody bought me Taco Bell the night before, is this tree right here, a little bit further away. You know why. So yeah, this is my house for the time being, until I get kicked out potentially, because there's some houses over there. But it's pretty nice. Between the trees and the boxes, I'm kept pretty well out of the elements, and so I can stay warm. The bubble wrap was a sick bed. Makes the ground a lot more comfortable, for sure.